All right, let's talk about a role you've probably heard thrown around a ton, the business analyst. But what do they really do, and why are they so dang important? Let's get into it. So think about this for a second. How does a great idea, that light bulb moment, actually become a real thing, like a real product you can use or a new service a company offers? How does that even happen? Well, it's definitely not magic, that's for sure. It really comes down to a key person, someone who acts like a bridge. On one side, you've got the big, dreamy vision, and on the other, you have the nitty-gritty, practical steps to actually build it. They connect those two worlds. So who is this person, this essential bridge builder we're talking about? Well, let's put a name to the face and get a proper definition for the business analyst. Okay, so the official definition goes something like this. A business analyst is a highly skilled professional who plays a critical role in an organization's success. And let's just pause on that for a sec. Highly skilled and critical role, those are some heavy-hitting words, right? This isn't just some supporting cast member. We're talking about someone who's absolutely fundamental to pushing a business forward. Okay, so critical role sounds great. But what does that mean day to day? What's their actual mission? What are they trying to do? You can really boil their whole mission down to this simple but super powerful three-step cycle. First, they analyze. They're like detectives, digging into how a company's systems and processes really work. Then, step two, they identify where things could be better. Finding the snags, the bottlenecks, but also the hidden opportunities. And finally, they recommend solutions. It's this constant loop. Look, find, fix. Over and over again. All right, so we get the mission, but what's a typical Tuesday look like for a business analyst? What are the actual tools in their toolkit? This list right here gives you a really good peek into their daily grind. First up, gathering and documenting business requirements. Okay, that sounds a little jargony, right? But all it really means is figuring out the must-haves. Think about it like this. If you're building a food delivery app, a super important requirement is a user has to be able to pay with their credit card. It's a non-negotiable. So the BA's job is to talk to everybody and collect all of those must-haves. After that, they put on their strategist hat to analyze everything and then their architect hat to start designing solutions. But you know what? All of that other stuff, the investigating, the planning, it all falls apart without this one absolutely crucial skill, facilitating communication. Seriously, the business analyst has to be a master translator. They're the one person who can speak the language of the tech team, the finance people, the marketing department, and the big bosses. They make sure everyone's on the same page, rowing in the same direction. So let's put it all together. You take that deep analysis, you add in this smart solution building, and you wrap it all up with amazing communication. What do you get? You get a powerful, nonstop engine for success. And this right here, this sums up their entire reason for being. Every single thing they do, every meeting, every spreadsheet, every flowchart, it's all pointed at one thing: helping the organization achieve its goals. It's not about busy work, it's about creating real, tangible value you can actually see and measure. And here's the kicker. This is not a one-and-done kind of job. The business world, as you know, is always changing, right? So the work of a BA is never, ever finished. The real goal is to bake this idea of continuous improvement right into the company's DNA. They're always looking for ways to tweak, to refine, to optimize, just to keep the whole operation sharp and ahead of the game. So, as we wrap this up, let me just leave you with this one big question to chew on. We live in a world of constant, crazy change, right? Non-stop disruption. So, could it be that this role, the person who literally bridges the gap between a great idea and the real world, the business analyst, is actually becoming the single most important job for a company's survival? Just something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.